Hi guys, so I'm about to make some dough so that we can have some pizza tonight. So we're making our own dough. So you will need some table salt, some olive oil, some yeast, some flour, some sugar. You can use honey, but I'm using a bit of sugar to activate the yeast. And the ratio that I'm doing is 1 cup of water, and it will be warm water with a touch of yeast and some sugar. So I'm using 1 cup of water to 2 flour, but I'm going to double up just so there's plenty. So I'm going to do 2 water and 4 cups, and then obviously if you want less you can halve it. If you want more you can double up again. Right, so I'm going to get on with that now. Right, so first I'm going to start with cups, and I've put warm water in there, so it needs to be warm. And then I'm going to get my yeast, and I'm going to put 2 and a tiny bit of teaspoons in each. Okay, oh, you can smell that already. And then I'm just going to put a touch of sugar in, so literally not even a full teaspoon. Some people say you don't need to use sugar or you don't need to use honey. That's just what I'm using. So I'm just going to mix this. Okay, and then I'm just going to leave that and come back to you very shortly when it's done what it needs to do. Right, so it's only a couple of minutes in, but I'll just show you that it's starting to bubble, fizz up. So obviously the yeast is doing what it needs to do. So I'm going to probably give it another 5-10 minutes and then come back to you. Touch more. That's it. So just mix that in. I've got the smallest spoon here. As you can see, it's all coming together like a dough. Okay, I'm just going to add some salt. So just a generous pinch of salt. That's it. I need to grab myself a bigger spoon. I'm going to put the olive oil in in case I forget. So a really generous tablespoon of olive oil. And I'll use that spoon to mix it. I've got a tiny bit of flour there I'm going to pop in. It's all trial and error. You follow a recipe, and if it's a bit too wet, just add a bit more. So give it a good old mix up. Get all the flour from the bottom. I haven't actually made this in so long. I used to always do it. I used to end up having it every Friday night. Right, it seems a bit sticky to me. I'm just going to add a tiny bit more. That's it. Oh, it feels better. So don't panic if you do it and it's a bit too runny. Just add a bit more. Obviously when I leave this in a little while, I'll leave it for at least an hour or two, and it will probably double in size. I'm going to have tons. Right, my surface is very clean. I've cleaned it about 5 minutes ago, and I'm just going to put some flour down to work on. I'm going to get the dough out. And this is the fun bit. Pour my dough out. Wow, I've made tons here. Hope you like big pizzas, kids. Yeah. Right, put some flour on my hands and on there. And if it gets too sticky, I'll just keep adding a bit more flour. It's already like getting bigger.
This might be right. Either you feel it or you don't. Might give it a try, yeah. Our bodies collide. Baby, you're everything I want. Let's give it some time, yeah. Somebody told me I should hit and run, but they don't know, they don't know, they don't know. Nobody knows but us how we roll, how we roll. Nobody.
Right, so I've given that a good old kneading. Don't be frightened of it. Sometimes you think, oh, it's getting too sticky. Just keep adding flour, keep folding, keep working with it, and it'll be fine. So I've got my bowl here. Try me to pop you back up there. Now in my bowl, I'm going to put some flour so that it doesn't stick. Let's just show you that. So there's flour in there. And there is my dough. So that should double in size. So I'm going to pop it in there, as you can see. And I'm also going to put some flour on top so it doesn't stick. And then I'm just going to wash my hands, and then I'm going to cover it over with some cling film. Right, so I've washed my hands now, they're all nice and clean. And I'm just going to cover it with cling film to keep the moisture in, because it does like a bit of moisture. Just do that. I'm going to cover that over. And then find my tea towel. I'm going to pop a tea towel over the top just to keep it warm, and then I'm going to set it aside and I'm going to leave it for an hour or so and then check on it, and I'll let you know how much it's risen. Right, so it's time to check my dough, and I can already see that it's completely risen. It's huge. I don't know if I've made too much. I don't know if it's going to be too sticky. Let's have a look. Oh my goodness. Wow. I'm just going to put some flour here. Okay, let's try and tip this out. I think we've definitely got enough for tomorrow as well. I have to have pizza 2 nights running. Yeah, so it's not really stuck to the bottom, which is good. Right, let's just mix all this together. Oh, it's lovely and light and fluffy. Look at that. Right, so I've not got a rolling pin, so I'm just going to separate it and flatten it out with my hands. And I'm just going to do square ones because my baking tin is square, or my baking tray should I say. And I've only got one. Oh, this feels perfect. Who's hungry?
Me.
You are?
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to split it in half. And then let's save that half. See how we go with this. I'm pleased that it's come out okay. So that's 1, 2.
Look. Like this, look.
So just give it a bit of a knead. And this one. I think my battery's going to go, so I'm just going to pause it for a moment. Battery did run out, so I'm just shaping this and then I'm going to stretch it out and place it on my baking tray with the baking powder. I'm not sure if I'm going to use some of this, which is a bit left over from the other night, or some tomato puree. I've got some tomatoes, baby plum, them coloured ones I've just chopped up. I've got some mozzarella, put a bit of olive oil on, and then I've just chopped up some onions, mushrooms and cheese. So I'll show you when it's all ready to go in the oven. Children have just basically got a margarita. Oliver wanted tomatoes, so I've just put half on there. They'll have half of that one, and then I'll do them another one straight away after. And I've just done these, which have got tomatoes, mushrooms, onions, and yeah, I think that's it. So I'm going to pop those in the oven in a moment. Pizza like Oliver?
Really nice.
Not yummy. Florence?
Yeah, really yummy.
Yeah, it's filling. Yeah, so just waiting for mine. And yes, I'll show you when it comes out the oven. This is the last pizza that's done. The other ones we have eaten and I've got to film it. But yeah, they come out really nice and they're really tasty. So I hope you like this video. Please give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I shall see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.